My name is Kirsten Gallo. I'm the Program Manager for the Chihuahuan Desert Inventory and Monitoring Program. The Chihuahuan Desert includes West Texas and southern New Mexico in the U.S. and then extends all the way into Old Mexico and covers Chihuahua, the states of Chihuahua and Coahuila. So this is just the northern portion of the desert. The crew is doing an inventory of all of the springs in the 6 parks that are located in the Chihuahuan Desert. There are more than 500 springs in the parks here, and so we've spent the last year surveying all of those springs and just getting baseline information and preparing to monitor them for the long term.
My name is Ben Cooper, and I am the crew leader for the Chihuahuan Desert Network Springs crew. Right now we're at Muleer Spring, kind of in the southwest section of Big Bend National Park. Not only are we collecting some basic information on water quality, general observations about wildlife and plants and invasive species. We're collecting geospatial data. We are also doing a much more in-depth transect survey of the vegetation. We're doing macroinvertebrate survey of the spring. We're also doing an aquatic habitat assessment. There's actually, there's a lot of things that are pretty special about them. First and foremost, they're biological hotspots out in the desert here. You walk around and there's, vast areas of no water, dry, and then you come to a little haven like this and it's, it's more than an oasis, it's a little paradise.
Big Bend preserves Chihuahuan Desert. It preserves large, long, panoramic vistas without modern intrusions, and it preserves great biologic diversity as well as cultural history of this region. We do offer wildlife corridors and migration routes for a great number of species, birds and bats and butterflies being among those. Science does many things for us in the national park. It does give us good baseline data. It gives us a place to manage from. I think more importantly, science allows us to adapt to changes such as exotic species that may come into a national park or any protected area. Well, inventory and monitoring is extremely important. The park needs to know what we are trying to protect. We need to know what the conditions are currently so that we can adapt or at least try to find management practices to help us to assist should those conditions change.
The 2 biggest pressures are climate change and any sort of droughts or reduction in precipitation associated with climate change, and also human pressure. Springs are where groundwater meets the surface, and as human population increases and groundwater pumping and pressure increases, we have springs dry up.
It's really part of a long-term study that's going to tell us the health of the spring over time, in terms of how it's changing with other threats like climate change, human impact, just to gain a better understanding of what's going on here.